Palma. Oh,
man.
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. To Del Puente. Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-point. Oh my goodness!
He's a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has tied.
Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League on its 7th season, and we return to the city of Biñan in Laguna for another interesting game day. It's a Wednesday dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, and we have 6 teams all from the South Division seeing action today, including Domark Matiliano and the Muntinlupa Cagers coming off a strong performance last week. Maganda yung pinapakita ng Muntinlupa early in the season, and they want to continue that against Jeff Comia, who top scored for Davao Occidental in a losing effort sa kanilang previous game. And Jeff Comia is set to lead Davao in their bid for a bounce-back performance against Muntinlupa. That's at 4 p.m. And mamaya, it's the Jensen Warriors taking on the Basilan Viva Port Masters in an all-Mindanao matchup. And later, it's the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers testing the mettle of the streaking Biñan Tatak Gel. Magandang hapon mga kaliga sa Def Tupas. Working alongside Javi Palanya. It's been a while, Javi.
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while. Happy to be working with you again, boss.
Kamusta ka? And, syempre, kamusta natin ang mga kaibigan natin na nanonood sa Facebook and on YouTube. And also, we are live on Solar every Thursdays, Mondays, and Saturdays. And may kasama tayo dito, Javi. Very special day because it's Lyra Punsalan Day dito sa MPBL. Lyra, how are you and how are the two teams seeing action tonight?
So Ralph and Javi, it's going to be a fiery matchup tonight as Muntinlupa Cagers, standing tall at 8-2 and currently third in the South Division, is facing off this gritty Davao Occidental Tigers. Led of course by the ever-determined Coach Gino and Coach Mark, Muntinlupa is showing no signs of slowing down. Palaging baon ng determinasyon and of course a killer mindset in every game, but with humility as they dominate both ends of the floor dahil hindi pa nga raw nila nakakalaban ng bigger teams. Hindi rin naman basta-basta itong Davao because despite their 3-4 standing, according to Coach Clive, their new head coach, they're slowly finding their footing along with him, who's only been training them for a day. Will Muntinlupa be able to continue their streak, or will Davao be able to pull off a surprise and roar back into contention? We shall find out. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and malalaman natin yung mga nireport ni Lyra mamaya when the game rolls on, and balikan muna natin ang mga nangyari kagabi sa Olivares College Gym, and Batangas winning over Sarangani, Quezon warming up for that game against Ilagan on Saturday as they took down Val City, and Pasig beating the struggling Parañaque Patriots.
Yeah, Pasig City was able to ride their momentum from that win against Bataan. That was a really big win in overtime, carrying that momentum into that game against the Parañaque Patriots, who really have been struggling to start the season.
Silipin natin ang North Division standings. Right now, we see Nueva Ecija, of course, 11-0. They're right up there. Abra 10-1. Pampanga 9-2, losing to Caloocan last time.
Yeah, that was a very surprising loss considering how they were playing and coming off a rousing victory against the Quezon Huskers on their home floor at the Quezon Convention Center. Everybody thought that they were going to be able to carry the momentum into that game against Caloocan, but Caloocan under new leadership has been able to show a good show against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns in that last game.
In South Division, tingnan natin ang standings naman dito. Zamboanga is alone at the top, 10-2. Quezon with the same number of losses, and Muntinlupa also with the same number of losses. So a win tonight will pull Muntinlupa level with Quezon sa ating liga.
That's something that they definitely want. At yung Davao naman, they're at the bottom of the team standings dito sa Southern Division. A win here can bring separation dun sa mga teams sa baba and pull them closer to the 10th spot, which Cebu holds right now.
Well, Biñan and Rizal halos magkatabi din dun sa team standings, and it's an important game for both teams tonight. So, it's a heavy game day dito sa MPBL, pero Muntinlupa muna ang pag-usapan natin. They prevailed in their last game. It was a milestone game para kay Domark Matiliano, who joined the 1,000 points club. It was an 83-60 rout of Parañaque dito din sa Alonte Sports Arena.
They led by 7 early on after the first quarter and stretched that lead to 13 at halftime. And then that big third quarter where they outscored Parañaque 28-13 to carry a 73-45 lead heading into the final frame. 15 3-pointers for Muntinlupa. This has been a huge pillar of their offense so far to start the season and big reason why they have been successful. They also lorded it over on the glass 56-45 and their bench has been humming. Domark Mataliano had 22 points in that game, but the scoring was well balanced all throughout. You had 6 guys who scored at least 6 points in that game for the Cagers.
Now the Cagers, much better depth this season sa kanila lineup, and that's why yung kanilang simula, I don't think it's a fluke, Javi. Yung ilalaro nila ngayon.
Yeah, they're a very well-coached squad and the players, sabi mo na nga, mas maganda yung depth nila. Ang ganda na nagiging samahan nila. Their chemistry has really been growing as the season progresses.
Yeah, Davao, on the other hand, in the last game, it's been an up and down season para dito sa Davao. And, one of the late entries this season, late na nag-confirm na maglaro. But, again, we've seen some good moments from them, and we've seen games like this where they suffered a double-digit loss to Gensan.
Well, you have players coming in and out of the lineup. They have been undermanned the past few matches. This game against Gensan was no different. They gave up 15 3-pointers in that game, and their turnovers really killed them. Although they shot well from the field, 47.1%, they just gave up too many turnovers. Those 17 errors gave way to 22 points for the Gensan Warriors.
And fast break scoring as well. Lamang na lamang ang Warriors. So, Davao and Muntinlupa in our first game dito sa Binyan. Let's go to Miguel Perez.
Sports Arena in Binyan City, Laguna. It's Muntinlupa versus Davao on the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's carry on the starting fives, beginning with Muntinlupa Cagers Lakan. Starting at center, number 6, Mark Sarangay. Forward number 24, Kurt Lohera. One guard number 10, Puroy Cantimbuhan. Also at guard number 8, the Iceman, Domark Matiliano. And the other forward number 1, Marvin Hayes. Coaching the Cagers is Mark Dandan with Don Bautista, Chico Terona, John Cabulong, Alvin Tañada, and Delon Hontilano. Team manager is Vince Harder. Team owners Kaiser Galvez, Attorney James C. and Aya Saicon. And now, introducing the starters for the MPBL Season 3 champions, Davao Occidental Tigers, Coco Life. Starting at guard, number 7, Val Chauca. Also at guard, number 11, Josh Tagala. Coming in at center, number 71, John Lee Valin. Forward number 48, Justin Alano. And the other forward, number 23, Terrence Tumalip. The Davao Occidental Tigers Coco Life is led by Clive Castillo. Referees for this ballgame are crew chief Michael Kinay, umpire 1, Lester Arcega, and umpire 2, Edgar Alpes. Substitute referee is Arnold Trevillo. This game is under the supervision and regulation.
The starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Muntinlupa has Puroy Cantimbuhan, Domark Matiliano, Mark Sarangay, Marvin Hayes, and Kurt Lohera. On the other side, the Davao Occidental Tigers will start with Val Chauca, Joshua Tagala, John Lee Valin, Justin Alano, and T.H. Tumalip.
Almost the same starting lineup para sa Muntinlupa in this game, while Davao will be giving Tagala a chance to start here. Didn't really play a lot in their last game against Gensan. Only played close to 3 minutes. Did not score sa laro na yun.
Interesting here, the new man on the bench of Davao.
Yeah, Coach Clive Castillo coming in from the UK. Bagong dating lang ito. Nasabi na nga ni Lyra kanina na isang araw pa lang nakakapagpa-practice. Ito si Coach Clive Castillo, young coach from London. Let's see how he can fare here in the pros in the Philippines.
Valin to Tagala, pulls the trigger, early shot galing kay Tagala. Matiliano to Kurt Lohera. Kurt gets it back. Go back to Sarangay against John Lee Balin. Bagsak sa Tagala. Sarangay could not convert inside the paint.
Might have been hit also on the face.
Tumalip knocks down the three.
You know, this guy doesn't really need a lot of motivation. He's always going to get ready whenever he's on the floor. The leadership that he brings and the versatility as well, playing defense on multiple positions, and also the ability to score the basketball at multiple levels.
Such a smart player, TH Tumalip. Sa mga players na plug and play lang eh.
Mismo.
Yung mga...
Kahit saan mo ilagay.
Kahit saan mo ilagay. There's a foul. Yung Puroy Kantimbuhan making a leap this season with his game and his performances.
I think he cherishes this moment that he's been able to come back to this franchise where he was a star in the previous years when he teamed up also with Domark Matiliano. Sila yung 1-2 punch ng Muntinlupa that time.
And it's so timely that they returned together. And now look at Muntinlupa.
Yeah.
Off to an 8-2 start.
And it's impressive that even with this kind of depth that they have, they are still in good standing sa kanilang rotation and still constant contributors for this team.
2-3. Chauca inside to Alano. Good defense there by the Cagers. And Alano, though, not giving up.
Flexing his muscle underneath against two white shirts, Sarangay and Hayes.
The slowest pump fake in the game. Justin Alano. Yun ang kabagal, pero daming kumakagat doon.
Kaya nga eh.
Puroy Kantimbuhan knocks down the three. He's got all 5 points of the Cagers. And we are tied.
Maganda naging palitan ng parehong koponan to start this game. You know, many players here were former teammates in Bacolod.
Inside they go. Kapos ang layup. Here's Puroy Kantimbuhan. Oh, big block by Tumalip. Went up there to deny Kurt Lohera.
On the glass. Access denied by TH Tumalip.
I didn't know he had that in him.
Well, he's showing it now.
Meron na...
Tsaka pansin ko rin,
may hops, but he looks fitter now.
he does, yeah. Slimmer.
Compared to last season.
There's a lot more muscle in that frame.
Val takes the jumper, too strong. Rebound, Alano. Too strong as well. Matiliano quickly to Kurt Lohera. Lohera, left-handed scoop is good.
Took his time there, was very patient with the attack, did not force it right away. Tiningnan niya muna kung paano niya kikilatisin yung depensa doon and went for that scoop with the left.
7-5 is the count. 3 minutes gone by here in the first period. Val Chauca uses the Balin pick. Tumalip. Right low wing. Bigay kay Alano. Pulls up. That's off. Matiliano. Dire-derecho si Domark Matiliano. Nobody stopping the ball there, and Domark goes all the way for the layup.
I can't let him get that lane, especially when it's going to the left. Open court basketball. Domark Matiliano almost unstoppable when going to his strong side.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke. Back to live action. Val Chauca, double team. And bounce it off Sarangay. That's last touch on a white shirt. So bola mananatili dito sa mga nakaitim. Davao. Chauca. Tumalip. 7 seconds to work with. That's off Balin and turnover for Davao.
I was having a conversation with Coach Mark Dandan before this game, and he said medyo nahirapan sila sa preparation going into this matchup against Davao because they have a new head coach and they're not really sure what plays that they're going to run. But one thing was for sure, he was going to focus on stopping Val Chauca and TH Tumalip in the perimeter.
Sarangay. Mid-range jumper from Domark, no good. Kantimbuhan will drive, finds Matiliano. Their chemistry is really not a problem between these two players.
Exactly. They have been playing beautiful music together for some time. Nice that they are reunited here with this franchise again.
Coach Mark Dandan. May time pa, may time makipag-usap sa'yo, ha?
Oo, syempre. Maaga siya dumating eh.
Gagagaling lang yan sa Mr. Masterclass.
Yes, sir.
PH
Lecturer na siya ngayon, ha. Another new feather in his cap.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sa mga nagtatanong kung ano ang Masterclass, ang produkto po yan, ang katabi ko dito. Si Javi Palanya.
The more famous graduate is Miss Mika Bisamis.
Ayun.
Yun talaga.
Yun talaga yun.
Yun talaga yun.
Nung pin-promote yung Masterclass, front and center siya dun eh.
Siyempre naman.
Throwback photos eh.
Of course, best in the business.
I think dumaan pa siya eh.
She gave a talk.
She gave a
Short talk.
Oo. Kung ano man ang sinabi ni Mika doon, dapat nakinig sila doon.
Dapat talaga.
May mga importanteng sinabi si Mika doon eh.
Importanteng kailangan i-take note talaga ng mga lahat ng umatid doon.
Puroy launches. Pumalip, secures the rebound.
Dahil alam mo naman, minsan lang mag-lecture or magbigay ng mga talk si Miss Mika.
Oo. Ano yan, magaling mag-advise yan.
Yes, sir.
Chauka, misfires, rebound. Puroy Kantimbuhan. Matiliano. Oh, unable to handle it properly, but he gets it to Puroy. Nearly traveled. Matiliano has to fire. Lohera with the offensive rebound. Puroy, the extra pass. Sarangay is fouled up top.
It's crazy how they were able to salvage that possession. Katimbuhan has that tendency, to go into the lane, and sometimes he doesn't know what he's gonna do. Makes an emergency pass sometimes to somebody who's not wide open, but he was able to resolve that.
Meanwhile, let's go to Lyra.
Despite the Muntinlupa Cagers' impressive record, Coach Mark remains grounded and focused. When asked about their mindset, Coach Mark shared that they're simply trying to do their best in every game. No overconfidence, no assumptions. Ayaw namin lumaki ulo namin, he said. Hindi rin namin alam kung anong i-expect sa bawat kalaban, kaya kailangan handa kami lagi. He emphasized that the team is well prepared because the players are consistently giving it their all during training. But beyond preparation, he said they're currently working on the mastery of their rhythm, building chemistry, and maintaining consistency throughout all 4 quarters. Gusto ko makita yung intensity sa mga unang minuto pa lamang. With a humble but hungry mindset, the Cagers are not just playing to protect their standing, they're playing to grow stronger one intense minute at a time. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And success definitely not getting into the heads of the Cagers early in the season.
They're very focused with their goal, and that's to make a good regular season record and hopefully get good placing going into the Southern Division playoffs. They understand that they have a better team this year, and Boss Kaiser Galvez and the whole management, yan ang kanilang goal talaga na magandang ipakita this season.
12-8. And are they checking on something? Our officiating crew. Mike Kinay is the crew chief. Lester Arcega and Edgar Alpez are there as well. And Arlon Cribillo. And we have a timeout on the floor. 4:22 remaining in the first. Muntinlupa ahead by 4. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Back inside the Lotte Sports Arena in the city of Binyan in Laguna. 2 free throws para kay Puroy Kantimbuhan. Referee Mike Hinay talking to Val Chauca. I wonder what they're talking about. But nonetheless, tapos na yan. Muntinlupa knocks down the first free throw.
Muntinlupa only went to the line 9 times against Parañaque, but you know they didn't really have to shoot a lot from that department considering how well they shot it from beyond the arc.
It wasn't the type of game that had a lot of fouls and a lot of defense, by the way. 14-6.
And the nice thing about Muntinlupa, having those 3-point attempts, almost everybody from every position can shoot it for the Cagers.
We're gonna talk about that shooting. Player on the floor na pinasok dito si J.R. Flores can also light it up from beyond the arc. Comia, no good on the leaner.
And now we're seeing the struggles of Davao to run their offense as we see Flores score there. Nice bounce pass from Kurt Lohera. Aside from lighting it up from the outside, he can do practically almost everything. Ito si Flores.
Yeah, well, nobody there getting back in transition for Davao. Terzo could not connect on the 3. Patrick Ramos. Flores driving and finding Sarangay for 2.
See what I mean? Can also pass the rock. Ito si J.R. Flores. Definitely an added pep to his step this season.
It's 18-6 as we bring you the play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. Sarangay, solid game against Parañaque. 7 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. If you get this from your starting center, gaano ka nakasaya, Javi?
Sobrang saya na. I mean, you don't need to score. Those 7 points bonus na lang yan galing kay Mark Sarangay. But when he pulls down those rebounds and blocks the shots, the way he protects the basket and be that physical force inside, tuwang-tuwa na ako if I'm Coach Mark Dandan. He's always going to be a serviceable big here in this league, Mark Sarangay. No nonsense guy.
18-6. Another stop for Muntinlupa.
Yeah, Davao's been running some simple sets, but just couldn't find the basket.
Another outside shot. That is a scramble. It will stay with Muntinlupa, or Bongay providing the hustle there.
One of the things that Davao definitely has to prevent in this game is for Muntinlupa to get hot from the outside. So far, doing a good job with that. 1 out of 4 from 3-point country.
Lohera pulls up the jumper, no good. Bongay back out to Lohera. Here's the Flores for 3. Yes! Di pwedeng iwan si J.R. Flores, ganyan kalibre.
Yeah, he's shooting at a very high clip this season for a guy his size and at his position. And that's a problem for Davao when Justin Elano comes out. They don't have any big man to pull down those rebounds.
Too strong on the reverse for Jeff Comia.
Lots of point-blank misses for Davao here in the first quarter.
Bongay. Mark Barrera drives down the middle, the one-hander off the glass and in.
Now he's been splendid also off the bench this season para sa Muntinlupa, one of the key guys in that second unit for the Muntinlupa Cagers.
His lead is at 17 with 2 minutes remaining. May have traveled there, Mark Barrera, but nonetheless, he scores here on that drive.
And not much resistance also shown there by Cinco.
Valin returns for Jeff Comia.
He's going to try to address the rebounding problem right now of Davao.
Terso, Abrigo, Tumalip. TH misses the 3. Rebound, Bongay. Patrick Ramos. Andre Flores is also on the floor. Flores, he'll fire again. Yes, sir.
A little Spain action for Muntinlupa after setting the screen. Flores gets a pick from Andre and he knocks down the 3-point shot. He's shooting 48.7% from beyond the arc this season.
And what's impressive is that he takes a lot of those,
Exactly.
by the way. Tumalip able to fish for a foul and nakuha niya nga yun. A 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Flores had a couple of those against Parañaque. 2 out of 4 against the Patriots.
And had a handful against Quezon as well.
Oh yeah.
In Quezon against Imos.
And he was pretty big time in that game against Bataan. Heartbreaker of a loss para sa kanila, but he hit some big shots down the stretch.
His offense, itong si Flores has always been there.
But I think for this current crop of players, ang hinahanap na siguro nila Coach Gino at ni Coach Mark sa kanya yung leadership value niya. Being one of the veterans on this squad.
He's been with Caloocan, Rizal, Negros, Bongay. Unable to convert the 3. Minute remaining here. Valid. A bounce pass inside to Cinco. And Cinco will get 2 free throws. Off the foul from Aaron.
Well, I think it's important for me that they try to get some transition action going, considering that they're the smaller team here against Muntinlupa, itong Davao. But of course, before you can get into transition, you gotta secure those defensive rebounds.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. And salamat sa LGR. Only 2 of 16 so far for Davao on the field. They're 4 of 5 at the line. They get 5 of 6. Bongay goes back to the bench. J-Boy Gob has been introduced into the ball game. Patrick Ramos, Andre Flores, J.R. Flores, J-Boy Gob, and Mark Barrera ang 5 for the Cagers. Flores turns the ball over. Terso able to finish against Ramos.
You could expect the basket, especially when it's coming from Joseph Terso when he's one-on-one on the break.
Patrick Ramos. Flores fires again. Good line, mintis nga lang. Gob, drop step, and the hook from J-Boy Gob. Beautiful move.
Davao's got to put a body on the big men of Muntinlupa. They're just hauling down those offensive rebounds at will.
Terso up against Art Barrera. 2 seconds. Jolas unable to convert on the 3, and that will do it for the first period dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan. It's been all Muntinlupa sa ating unang laro. DH Tumalip did have that 3 early on para sa Davao, but Roy Cantimbuhan, J.R. Flores, Mark Sarangay, Domar Patiliano, all with some big-time baskets here in the first.
Starting this game just like they did against Parañaque, explosive offense for the Cagers, shooting from all angles here. Flores doing almost everything, scoring and dishing off. And Mark Sarangay, the big man of Muntinlupa, also running the floor for the Cagers.
It's 28-11, a 17-point advantage for the Cagers. After this game against Muntinlupa, it does not get any easy para dito sa Davao. They face Pangasinan on May 26. May 29 is a date with Zamboanga. And on June 3, they go up against the winless Bulacan Kuyas. Meanwhile, Naira Ponsalan has a report.
The Tigers are entering a new chapter under the leadership of their newly appointed head coach, Coach Clive Castillo, who just flew in from London. Despite having trained the team for only one day, Coach Clive is in very high spirits, saying that the warm welcome and excitement from the players gave him a strong start. Chemistry is a work in progress, he admitted, but that's perfectly fine. It's like a fresh start for me too. Coach Clive shared that he's approaching this new challenge with his own brand of leadership, one that's shaped by his global experiences and personal style of team management. Pagkuhan man siya sa team, he's ready to lead with focus and a heart. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra.
That's going to be very interesting to see how he steers the ship for the Davao Occidental Tigers in the coming games. He's been introduced as the interim head coach, but we'll see how long he can take, or can he take the job in a permanent position. Yan ang malalaman natin. So far here in the first game, his team not really doing too well. Of course, still adjusting to the new system and the undermanned roster that they have. A lot of key players not with them today. Just saw 2 free throws for the Tigers after that unsportsmanlike foul on Andre Flores.
28-13. Cobia is back on the floor. Jeff, well defended by Ramos, swings it over to Tumalip. Another 3 from TH.
Badly needed shot. Let's see if that can get something going here for the Tigers.
10 points now for TH Tumalip. 10 of the 16 for Davao. Jumper from J.R. Flores. He's a walking bucket right now.
Oh, yeah.
J.R. Flores.
He just looks really locked in, no? You see his body language sa lahat ng mga laro. Talagang nakafocus siya parate.
The former Cardinal, I feel like his shot mechanics are just on point.
Yeah. Squared shoulders.
May mga times, Javi, previous seasons, parang nabibitawan niya yan eh. It's slipping out of his hands, hindi maganda ang release niya. But now, ang ganda eh.
Suwabing-suwabe. Very conventional.
Terso, Valin inside has the advantage against Domark. It's a foul against Matiliano.
A rare mismatch drawn there by Davao, getting John Lee Valin being guarded by Domark Matiliano one-on-one near the basket.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. (30-16). Nagtembuhan. Puroy, Valin with a denial up top.
That's what he's there for. He can block shots, hopefully hold down more rebounds here for the Tigers. With Justin Alano still on the bench, he has to provide those very things para sa Davao Occidental at this moment.
Nagtembuhan. That's a blocking foul. I felt like he could have taken the shot there.
Yeah. There is always that indecision from him when he goes into the lane and drives. Lagi niya inisip kung pwede niya pang ipasa or ititira niya.
Mark Barrera finds Kantimbuhan. Puroy for 3. J-Boy Gob finishes on the other side.
Strong inside against multiple dark shirts. Able to get another offensive rebound for Muntinlupa and getting that nice reverse to go.
Abrigo. Ganda na pekto sa kanyang reverse doon, and he gets that one to drop.
Tough take there underneath by Gian Abrigo. He has been playing undersized throughout the season.
Flores saw a gap and made them pay. 34-18, 16-point lead for Muntinlupa. Comia downhill. Comia That rolls out. Balin too strong on the stick back.
He should get back down.
Katimbuhan is fouled. Let's see this assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet. That is sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
You read that there was a missed coverage on the slip on that corner set for Muntinlupa. Wide open once again near the basket. And Matiliano will trigger in right now for the Cagers.
34-18. Gold puts the ball on the deck. No good. Gets his own miss. J-Boy again. Too strong this time.
I like how he's just cool and calm inside despite the pressure given to him by the defense, and he's taking his time. Di lang niya na-shoot yun.
Chauca for three. Off the mark. That's last touch on J.R. Flores.
I had that ball tapped to his leg.
16-point lead. Tumalip up top. No good. Rebound nakuha ni Flores.
Could have been a good heads-up play. There was definitely advantage for Tumalip there. Just left that shot short.
It's Kurt Lohera. Picks up his dribble. Now with Katimbuhan on the right wing. Di maganda yung pasa ni Katimbuhan doon.
Pass just a little bit too high there. I think he should have went with the bounce.
Yung bounce na may pectus pa.
Oo, mismo. Yung may mga mahilig nang itapon eh, no? Mga bounce pass na yung pectus
Papunta sa player.
papunta sa player.
34-18. Here's Chauca. Now against Matiliano. Foul. Fade away. Short rebound ni Poroy.
He has yet to
Katimbuhan.
score.
3-on-1 break. Poroy. No. Lohera. Yes.
Well, they got a lucky break with Katimbuhan missing that basket, but the primary mistake there for Davao was not stopping the basketball as it crossed half court.
Tagala. 10 seconds to work with. Tagala. Layup. No. Balin. Offensive rebound. Good aggressive move pero walang tapos. Lohera gets it to Sarangay. Cinco comes up with the block. Chauca, the bounce pass to Tagala. Still no go. Katimbuhan leaves it to Sarangay. Tagala and Sarangay fighting for that loose ball. It's a kickball violation.
Yeah, Sarangay had a foot on that basketball. And Tagala forcing that. Nice effort to come down after the missed shot. That should have been an automatic 2 points. Coach Mark Dandan is not happy with that past sequence.
And Flores leaves the floor and sits. Pero 12 points na siya
Yeah.
in just 9 minutes of action.
At saka ang pumalit, si Marvin Hayes.
A nice depth there on that 4 spot. Katimbuhan, good catch. Matiliano from deep. No. Katimbuhan. Hayes. Travel.
Should have taken that shot.
Poroy.
Wide open on that right corner. But, you know, Muntinlupa has just been ahead of Davao in going for those loose balls. A step ahead. Minsan, dalawang steps pa.
5 turnovers for Muntinlupa. Only 1 for Davao, but Davao is down 18. Inside, Alano fouled by Matiliano. 2 free throws for Justin.
And they've been missing a lot of shots up to this point. 5 out of 30 from the field. That's just 16% compared to what Muntinlupa's having right now. 14 out of 30. 9 more makes, but the same attempts.
Alano at the line.
And the free throw misses have also started to pile up now for the Tigers. Kanina they were 4 out of 5. Now they're 6 out of 11.
Manano is the second one to drop. 36-19, 17-point lead para dito sa Muntinlupa. Patrick Ramos. Ramos, 15-footer, no good. Tumalip across the Seco. That's last touch of Marvin Hayes. 19 to shoot, 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Tagala, 3. Josh Tagala knocks it down from beyond the arc. And the Cagers request for a timeout.
Trying to make sure here that Davao doesn't go on a run. Oh, that's a foot on the line.
That's
That's
only
a two-pointer.
Only a two-pointer. Nonetheless, Cagers want to talk things over. 15-point lead for Muntinlupa. Back inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, the Muntinlupa Cagers with a double-digit lead here in the first half, and J.R. Flores has been instrumental to that advantage.
Already ahead of his average of 11.5 points per game. Another great start para kay J.R. Flores. He has been lighting it up from everywhere.
Naira Poncelan has a report on J.R.
J.R. Flores is very glad to hear na unti-unti nang napapansin ang intensity at consistency ng kanilang team this season. At A2, the Cagers are climbing strong, but for JR, it's never about riding the hype. Masaya ako na nare-recognize na yung effort ng buong team, pero sa akin, bawat game fresh start pa rin. Wala nang yesterday wins or losses, focus sa ngayon. That mindset keeps him grounded, driven, and razor-focused with leaders like JR. Muntinlupa's killer mentality under Coach Clive is clearly more than just a face, it's a culture.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And syempre ito he's been having a spectacular season. His best season yet.
Yeah.
Dito sa MPBL, but you know, there are bigger goals ahead for J.R. Flores.
He's been in the league for quite some time, and I'm sure he wants a deep playoff run in his bag with his Muntinlupa Cagers squad. But nice that he's having this kind of mindset while still holding that top spot here. He's the top scorer of Muntinlupa this season so far, 11.5 points per game.
Poroy Kantimbuhan in a rush. Hindi na siya napigilan doon. 38-21. Kantimbuhan with 9 points in the game. Marvin Hayes with a rebound. Quickly to Poroy Kantimbuhan. Nice pass to Patrick Ramos. Hindi lang pumasok. Ang tira from close range.
This is what you love from players like Kurt Lohera. Even if they miss that fast break opportunity, they go back down, they try to chase that ball and try to play the passing lane still.
March De Leon is on the floor for the first time. Binalik na rin si Marvin Hayes. Si J.R. Flores rather.
And the depth of the Muntinlupa Cagers allows them to play with big lineups for multiple times in the game.
DH Tumalip finishes on the other side.
Yeah, they missed that defensive rebound.
Kantimbuhan right down the middle.
Davao just can't keep a body on him right now. He's been blowing by everybody.
Tumalip fires again. No good this time. Kantimbuhan looks up. Binigay kay Patrick Ramos. And that's last touch on Lohera.
And then another nice thing about this particular unit on the floor, it's not just a tall lineup, but it's also a very fast one still.
Oo. Ang galaw dito ni Poroy Kantimbuhan.
Razzling and dazzling in the lane. That handle just really very tight for this guy.
40-23. Lohera could not convert. Tumalip with the rebound. That's his third of the game.
Pass was too behind there for Val Chauca. Good intention, not really good execution there from Jeff Comia.
a 17-point lead for Muntinlupa. 2-minute mark. March De Leon in the paint. Labas muna kay Puroy. He provides a pick. March gets it back. Chauca is down. Basket missed the foul.
Excellent two-man game on the right side para sa Muntinlupa. See here, Katimbuhan playing nice with March De Leon.
Yep, play of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. (42-23). Lead is at 19. Make that 20. Coach Chico Terona aging gracefully as well.
Like fine wine, ano?
Nakita ko yan dito sa may ano eh. Sa may, I think it's in the near Bikutan.
On
So
a poster?
no, training kids. Neighborhood court. Yeah, these are players who he was a champion in San Beda, assistant coach siya. Anong player siya, no? Was the backup to Borgie Hermida.
That was quite the squad that they had.
Oo.
Loaded in almost every position. Kahit sino ipasok mo dun, kayang-kaya maglaro.
Bambam Gamalinda still playing now.
Yeah. That guy's also aging gracefully.
Oo. 43-25. A lot of the NCAA guys are here actually in the MPBL. This is sila Marvin Hayes.
They're actually experiencing quite the rebirth in their careers, no?
Oo.
Ibang-iba sila gumalaw ngayon eh. At this point,
Even this guy right here with the ball.
Correct, yeah.
Ang former Mapua Cardinal. Well, Chaco comes up with a steal. Terzo. Alano, formerly of Perpetual Health. Terzo, formerly of NU, who misses the three. Agawan sa bola. Alano saves it. Only to Valin, who finally gets that one to drop.
Now, I thought he should have went up right away, but just took his time there, was waiting for somebody to try and block that shot. Thankfully, he got that basket.
3 points for Valin. Jumper from Flores, that rattles out. Rivani Comia. 3 on 2. Alano feeds Valin for 2.
Some rhythm right now being shown by Davao. If they can get more transition baskets, that's definitely going to be more beneficial para sa kanila. They got to speed up the game in their favor.
14-point lead. De Leon with a jumper. Barrera with a tap. Comia ahead to Chauca. Val Chauca lays it in. His first basket of the game, 43-31. Lohera to March De Leon for 2.
And when I say speed up the game in their favor, yes, they should push the basketball on their side of the floor, but they should also get down quick on defense because Muntinlupa has already also been playing with pace.
The Cagers maintaining that double-digit advantage that they established early on. Poroy Cantimbuhan, second player in double figures for Muntinlupa. He's got 11 points, 6 boards on 4 of 4 shooting from the foul line. Poroy has been scoring in a variety of ways, leading Muntinlupa to this lead right now that stands at 45-31 at the break.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way up and goes down again. Straight left is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is halftime of our first game between Muntinlupa Cagers and Davao Occidental Tigers. Ako po si Lyra Punsalan at kasama natin ngayong hapon ang team owner of Muntinlupa Cagers, Sir Kaiser Galvez. Sir, Marvin Hayes mentioned earlier that Muntinlupa is such a safe space for him to play for because you guys nurture a very open communication. How do you help with that?
Well, being Marvin Hayes as our team captain, he's acting like our third coach in our team. So whatever rules or chemistry or things that we're saying to the team, he's our third person as mediator, and siya yung isa sa mga nagmo-motivate sa mga teammates niya. So it helps us a lot, especially giving confidence and morale to his fellow teammates. So lumalabas sa mga games namin. So it really helps us a lot.
And Sir Kaiser, anong reaction mo about MPBL fans finally noticing and surprised to see that Muntinlupa is one of the leading teams now, especially in the South Division? All results, of course, of the team's consistency.
Oh, giving the credit back to the league, no? So, magandang simula ng liga natin, ganda ng mga games, balance yung mga team. Like most of the teams are very competitive as well, no? So, salamat na nanotice nyo kami. Yun lang, sinasabi ko lang sa mga players natin na tuloy-tuloy lang yung trabaho. Eventually, manonotice din tayo. Yun nga, sabi nga ni Com Emer tsaka ni Com Deremdes na we're doing good at dumadami yung mga nag-aabang sa mga games namin. So I hope na magtuloy-tuloy para mas lalo pang gumanda yung liga natin.
Any greetings or messages, of course, to the fans of the Cagers?
Maraming salamat, no? Unang-una sa sumusuporta sa MPBL, especially sa Muntinlupa Cagers headed by our mayor, si Mayor Biazon, and si Vice Mayor-elect Fanny Teves, no? Also, pinasasalamatan ko rin lahat ng mga sponsors namin, no? Ang Perea Moto District, ang Paramount Logistics, ang Tela Athletics, Tito Rex, ang Lakan, ang aming main sponsor headed by Governor-elect Padilla, no? Also, binabati ko din ang wife ko, si Mary Grace Galvez, ang family ko sa Las Vegas, si Mami Prosi, Daddy Nicolo, Daddy Ed, and Mami Alice. Also, I would like to congratulate yung other team ko, no, the Letran Perea Moto District, for being the champion of the recent Pinoy Liga Alumni Cup, no. Special mention sa mga players ko, si Willie Miller, Boyd Bautista, si JP Belancion, Mark Cruz, Brian Faundo, Harold Santa Cruz, Dwight Manuel, Boom Labrusca, Gene Reneses, Eric Rodriguez, yan, lahat ng mga teammates ko, Kojak Melegrito. Salamat sa inyo and congratulations. Silang.
Maraming salamat, Sir Kaiser Galvez, the team owner of the Muntinlupa Cagers. Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League will be back.
Back inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna, Muntinlupa with a 14-point lead against the Davao Occidental Tigers, 45-31. And it's been Muntinlupa's half dominating the glass, second chance scoring, bench also delivering, and the shooting 43% compared to 24%. So it has reflected on the score so far.
Correct. You know, they've dictated the pace from start until the end of that first half. They've been playing as they want to play, pushing the pace, getting those easy baskets in transition, but also doing well in the half court. Whenever they get into the half court set, you have guys who are always ready to take that basket. Poroy Katimbuhan has been doing well, scoring the basket well, and also orchestrating the offense para dito sa Muntinlupa Cagers, as well as J.R. Flores, who has been lighting it up once again.
And Muntinlupa trying to gain a share of second in the South Division, and you know, they have yet to really, you know, magpakita sa isang mga malalakas na team dito. Pero you know, it's been the schedule has been quite kind for them. Pero
exactly.
These are games that they need to win. You know, teams under them in the standings, kailangan na makuha nila if they want to contend eventually for a championship.
Yeah, I was also talking to Coach Mark Dandan about this. You know, they need to be able to get these wins, these wins with the teams at the bottom of the team standings to help them prepare for the June schedule that they have, especially because dun talaga malalakas yung mga teams na makakalaban nila.
Masusubukan pala sila sa June.
Yes, that's a very heavy schedule that they have that includes Nueva Ecija and San Juan. In Abra also.
Pwede ba May na lang tayo? Hanggang May na lang tayo? May Abra pa? Sa June din? Or meron, hindi pa nila nakakalaban.
Hindi pa nila nakakalaban. Pero yeah, I think that those were one of the teams that I mentioned. They mentioned 16th. Naalala ko lang San Juan sa Nueva Ecija. Pero puro malalakas yung makakalaban nila sa June.
But honestly, Javi, to tell you honestly right now, as Abrigo gets the basket to drop, the way they're playing, they will always have a chance, I think, right now.
As long as they put up this kind of energy and effort, game in and game out, yes, they definitely will have a chance. But not really opening up that basket at this third quarter with a good defensive stop. They let Gian Abrigo get an end one opportunity here.
And he completes the three-point play. We'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
But you could see, Sedel, that you know it's not just Muntinlupa, but a lot of the teams, especially those teams at the upper half of our team standings in both the north and the south, really showing playoff-like intensity at this point of the season.
Sinabi mo pa, kaya nga alas 2 na ako nakarating sa bahay nung galing Bataan eh.
Yung galing Nueva Ecija.
Medyo hindi rin eh. 2:30 din yata. Lumaban din eh. Well, those were really good games.
Yeah, because compared to previous seasons, we're witnessing more closer games compared to blowouts.
And honestly, okay, yung nangyayari nga, we try to start on time as possible.
Yeah.
You have to remember that na parang, it's not because of a, na napapabayaan na hindi maaga nagsisimula ang MPBL pag yung schedule nila. We try to be on air by 3:50.
Yes.
For a 4 p.m. game. And sinusunod natin yung schedule na yun. But despite that, we've had a lot of games going past 2 hours.
It's the action that really has been brewing up sa maraming games this season. There are a lot of games na minsan marami talagang fouls na tinatawag at minsan kinakailangan talaga itawag, just to control the physicality of some matches.
That Bataan Ilagan game, I know they're not in the top 5 right now in the north, but they are very close doon sa ating, that play in position 7 to 10, and they could, there is a chance that they could meet in a play-in scenario.
I agree. You mentioned in that coverage that that might not be the first time na maglaban sila this season, and that's going to be a nice series if ever that will happen, because those two teams, you guys also mentioned, they mirror each other.
Yeah. Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Patrick Ramos nailing the three.
He's been a nice backup to Puroy Katimbuhan, pero pwede rin silang ipagsabay at pag nagsasabay naman sila sa court, talagang bumibilis pa rin talaga yung laro ng Muntinlupa.
He's got good size at the point guard position. Ito si Patrick Ramos. Nice defense galing kay Lohera. Katimbuhan running with friends. Puroy with a cross-legged finish.
He's really very skilled. I think it's underrated yung iba niyang mga finishes.
Ginagayak mo hindi ko magaya Here's Chauca, attacks, blocked by Sarangay. It's Kurt Lohera. I think Lohera was fouled 2-3 times there. Bago na napasa. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
He just walks past a lot of black shirts in the area. Ginawa niyang cones.
Tsaka umiikis yung paa niya. Ang hirap
Usually pag ang player nagkakabuhol-buhol na ng ganyan, madadapa na yan
Oo.
Pero si Puroy parang walang problema
Parang mas gusto niya nga na gano'n.
Yeah, actually. I think he uses that to try and deceive his opponents.
1, 2, dalawa lang.
Hindi, may isa pang tapik ng kaliwa
So, it's a good foul, actually.
Yeah, to
If you
stop
think
the
about
fast break. Because Muntinlupa has been having their way whenever they get past half court in that transition set.
Coach Mark Dandan filling in for Coach Gino Ludovice, and he's done a terrific job.
Indeed. Yeah, he's been dedicating these past few games to his late father, Coach Ricky Dandan.
Yes, Coach Ricky.
I know Coach Ricky would be very happy and proud.
My favorite coach with an anecdote. Actually, some of my basketball friends, because Coach Ricky was working in Bacolod, actually know Mark because dun sumama siya kay Coach Ricky when he was working there. 50-36, Puroy fires a three.
Kaya maaga talaga siya namulat sa coaching. He developed his love for coaching at an early age.
So now Chauca. His team trailing by 14. Davao. Valento Tagala. Now with Chauca. Valandre drives. Abrigo able to recover. Abrigo. No good on the three. Agawan sa rebound. It ends up with Valin. Dumps it to Chauca.
He kind of babied that shot. I think he should have just gone straight up strong.
Ramos shoots. It's a miss. Katimbuhan all over the floor at the moment.
He's scoring, he's passing, he's getting offensive rebounds.
He's got 7 rebounds in the game. Abrigo pushing. Gian Abrigo gets the 2 points. Chauca gives up the foul to make way for the change in the lineup.
I did say that Davao definitely has to push the pace offensively and also try to get back down on defense quickly to try to stop a transition attack for Muntinlupa. The problem right now is they are undermanned. So can they keep up that kind of pace? But if they don't, mahihirapan naman sila makascore because in the half court we've seen it, the troubles that they've had scoring.
Puroy Katimbuhan sees a gap and Puroy draws the foul, and he can just get to anywhere he wants to on the floor at the moment.
Whatever the defense has been throwing at him, he's been able to make his way past it. Different schemes on switches. That's what he likes when he gets a slower man on him, easier for him to blow by. But even the guards of Davao have had a tough time keeping in step with him in this game.
The 2 point guards actually, main reasons why a couple of teams are actually doing well in the South. When you can mention Roy Sumang for Zamboanga, who's had a terrific season so far, and Puroy Katimbuhan for Muntinlupa.
I agree. Those 2 guys have really been at the forefront of their success sa kanilang mga respective teams.
Naman dito sa MPBL, it's a They say it's a point guard league. But, yeah? Oh, sige.
I think that was verified with that basket.
It's not really it's a guard league. And,
It's a guard league, yeah. Of course, you could say something different about past couple of seasons when we had
si
Balti.
Balti, oo.
But now it's going back to that guard league that we have right now. Guys like Katimbuhan, you mentioned Roy Sumang earlier.
Orlan Wamar.
Orlan Mamar of San Juan, and then Quezon with the flurry of guards that they have. LJ Gonzalez leading that.
Tapos meron kang big man who plays like a guard na si Robbie Celis.
Mismo. Oh my God, Robbie Celis, he's been absolutely terrific this season.
Ibang klase Robbie Celis. Yung kung may mga nag-oopisina, okay, at mga hard worker, hindi ko ika-categorize si Robbie Celis doon.
Where would
Work
you put
smart
him?
siya.
Work smart.
Work smart
Actually,
siya.
no?
Work smart. Komia with a beautiful finger roll, and Davao is making a run here in the third.
They're really trying to fight it out here, really trying to make a good impression of themselves. I'm sure they had quite the talk in the dugout during the halftime break. This is good defense by TH Tumalip, anticipating that post-entry and getting the steal, leaving it for Jeff Comia.
Hirap ng layup na yun ni Jeff Komia. Parang, nag-stand still sa ere.
Para sa kanya madali yun.
Time out muna tayo. That's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Laging napipili ito.
Parang first time ko siya
No,
makita.
last week dito rin yan eh.
Kanino kayang fan
No,
niya?
I think Davao. Davao naglaro din dito last week. Jeff Comia had 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks in the last game against Gensan.
Well, this is a guy that when you put on any team can also contribute right away. Ito si Jeff Comia.
4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists so far. Let's go to Lyra.
For Jeff Comia, staying energized on the court starts with the basics. Overnight oats at malagang tulog, he said with a laugh. That simple routine keeps him sharp and ready to compete. Jeff also shared how excited he is with the arrival of their new coaching staff, calling it very promising and a fresh boost for the team. Masaya ako sa bagong coach, especially Coach Clive. Ang gaan ng vibes, kaya hopeful kami na makabawi at manalo, he added. With the Tigers still finding their rhythm, Comia remains one of the steady sparks. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Kung mag-overnight oats ako, Javi,
I knew you were gonna go there.
Kaya ko mong gawin yung ginawa ni Jeff Comia kanina.
Yung mga ganong klaseng layup, no?
Pagkasama kasi yung diet na kasi yun lang yung pwedeng, that's the great equalizer.
Actually, well, yeah. I mean, pero mahirap rin kasi talaga gawin yung overnight oats. Kailangan talaga bilhin mo talaga mismo yung mga ingredients. It's not the usual ingredients that you have at home, eh.
Have you tried it? Have you tried to?
I've tried it when I am at home with my family because my sisters love that kind of stuff.
Kaya pala, lately, ganda ng pinapakita mo dun sa mga liga mo. Jeff Comia! What a finish!
Well, here in the third quarter, Jeff Comia has certainly put his foot on the gas pedal, really trying to lead this attack for Davao Occidental. But they've also been doing well defensively.
Things getting a little stressful here for Muntinlupa, but Puroy Kantimbuhan with the answer to bring the lead back to 7. 55 to 48 rather, 3.5 minutes to play. Comia, three-pointer, no good. Tumalip, last touch, ATH.
There's a reason why most teams would like to leave Jeff Comia wide open from beyond the arc. You'd rather him taking those outside shots than him blowing you by on penetrations to the basket.
There's a challenge here. Coach Clive Castillo with the challenge, and we will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was inconclusive. Therefore, the challenge has been nullified.
Challenge has been nullified and after inconclusive, sabi ng ating mga game officials.
Yeah, hard to tell really. It seems like both guys had a hand on that basketball.
Kaya yan sa super slow-mo.
Mismo. Meron na bang ganun?
Meron. Sa pang ano lang, pang World Cup lang.
Soon, aabot rin tayo sa ganun.
Ramos for 3. Yes, sir! 2 tres na yan. Dito sa third, Javi.
You know, Patrick Ramos, the nice thing with him is he can play on the ball or he can play off the ball. It doesn't really matter. He can contribute no matter what.
He gets it back. Ramos, sidestep beauty. That's a quick 5-0 response or an 8-0 response rather.
You could see how he moves. He practically moves like Poroy. See how he gets the ball here. Just one. This is the 3-point shot. And then he gets a shot inside the paint. A nice sidestep here off that pass by Domark Matiliano.
And it's a 60-48 advantage after that blitz from Patrick Ramos. We'll be right back. Muntinlupa's next 3 games, they go up against Quezon City and Pangasinan on June 2, June 9, Jensan, and dito na yung sinasabi mo.
Yeah.
Pahirap ng pahirap ang kanilang schedule.
As they're going to be very important games para sa kanila. And also a stretch where they can use as a barometer kung nasa na yung progreso nila at that point of the season.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And usually June, historically, because last season we did have the window, some teams could, load up, or some teams might lose some players as well.
That's going to be a very exciting time for the league, I'm sure. Muntinlupa is lucky that their schedule is shaping up to be that way because at least by that time, talaga marirealize na nila kung ano ba talaga yung kulang nila.
Yeah. We're not sure there, ha? Hindi kami nagbibigay ng balita. Ang sinasabi lang namin, last year, ganun
So
panahon.
baka ganun ulit ngayon.
Oo,
Baka lang.
Baka lang. So wala pa tayong formality on that. 7 points now for Jeff Comia. Happy birthday kay Stephanie Joy Saransate, ang ating MPBL audiovisual head. So si Joy po ang nagbabaklas ng LED tapos siya rin nagbibitbit everywhere in the Philippines kung saan may MPBL game.
Kaya naman pala nung pagdating namin dito, nagpapakaraoke muna dun sa taas.
Ay!
Tapos si Maki ang kumakanta.
Lagi yan!
Maki G.
Maki! Si Maki na M-A-C-K-Y, ha?
Yes.
Hindi na ibang Maki,
Oo.
ha? Mga Maki B. Narin. Ang galing ni Maki kumanta, ha?
Bumibirit kanina.
Iba yun. Pwede kang mag-request.
Kaya matindi yung atmosphere dito kanina Concert atmosphere.
Talaga, na-miss ko yun, ha?
GV na GV lahat ng tao dito
Anong kinanta ni Maki? Dancing
Marami.
Queen?
Hindi, mga ballads
Mahilig sa love song yun. Mahilig sa love song. Para yun kay actually para kay may mga kanta doon na dedicated kay Todd kasi syempre, alam mo yun. Puso minsan.
Very delicate topic daw ang puso
62-50. Oh, the basket will count for Jeff Comia.
He hasn't been stopping here. Jeff Comia, relentless in trying to get baskets inside. This was a play that they were trying with TH Tumalip earlier, but now it's Jeff Comia getting that pass and finishing it.
Oh, Barrera caught napping there
Yeah.
sa ilalim. It's kind of difficult. That's happy birthday, Steph.
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 Pero Ate Joy ang tawag namin sa kanya
Ate,
dito.
Ate Joy. Sa mga napakabait na mga kasama natin dito sa MPBL.
Yeah.
Well, actually, halos lahat naman dito mabait.
Oo naman.
No? Except lang yung sa katabi ko dito, no? Nasa
Sa
kaliwa.
kaliwa. Minsan talaga yung katabi mo sa kaliwa.
May ano pa, may nililista pa. Gusto pang ipakita sa akin eh. Mamaya, babait yan. Alam mo bakit? May tatawagan yan. Mag-uusap naman sila niyan buong gabi. May tatawagan yung Navi sana sa cellphone. Ano yan? Video call yan. Video
yun yung
call.
nakikita ko parate. Habang coverage, kausap niya pa rin. Eh.
Oo.
Naka-standby lang doon.
Kaya nga eh. Kaya nga eh.
Matindi ah.
But we do love our floor director, Ton, Anthony
course.
Mejia. Inside they go. That's Terzo. I've been waiting for quite some time for this recent birthday celebrant to come alive in this ball game. 64 to 55. Flores with a drive. He misses. Takbo si Justin Alano. 3-on-2 break. Alano sticks it in. It's an offensive foul on Justin Alano.
He was already smiling when he got that ball across the half line. He knew that he had a good opportunity to score. This was a break that favored the Davao Occidental Tigers. 3-on-2. Ramos was right there. Ooh, he might have a case.
And then they will challenge it. Yung tama sa gilid eh, no?
Yeah. And Ramos didn't have 2 feet planted on the ground. This could be a case for a reverse of calls.
Kasi free throw din. No, if it is a foul,
Yeah.
no, if they reverse it, it's in the act of shooting.
Yes.
So I think this is a good challenge here for Coach Tribe. Para lang, might start something for them.
Yeah, they're only down by 9. Nice way for them to try and chip away at this advantage to end the third quarter.
Unsuccessful daw. Sabi na sa akin ni referee Mike Kinay.
That was a quick review.
Gusto ko sabihin eh. Hindi nga. Pero syempre, ang mga referees natin dito,
Upon review, the
tinitingnan
challenge
talaga
was
nila bawat tawag.
unsuccessful.
Puspusan ang pag-review.
Oo, puspusan talaga. Of course, sa dalas natin sila nakakasama. Minsan, you can't take things too seriously sometimes, but this is an offensive foul. Right here. And the force at
Yeah.
Justin went at Patrick as well.
Well, initially kasi nakita ko hindi nakaplant yung isang paa, but he had possession.
Tama. They go down low. Flores finds Poroy. Missed the layup. Mark Barrera. Yes. Paborito ni Mark Barrera yan. 4 points in the game for Mark Barrera.
Anywhere near the basket when he releases those kinds of shots, it's going to be a high percentage.
Jolas drives. Spots Alano. And he is fouled and he smiles and he'll go to the line.
He's just trying to muscle his way past the front court of Muntinlupa at this point. Joseph Terzo, Jeff Comia, and Val Chalk are trying their best to attract the defense. They try to set up. Ito si Justin Alano for those drop passes near the basket.
Ten-point game. Nababa na sa 5 kanina yan ng Davao, but Alano goes 2 for 2. 66 to 57 is the count. Cagers ahead. 40 seconds remaining here in the third. Barrera nearly lost it. Push shot again. Go. Stick back won't go. Rebound with Jeff Comia. Ahead to Justin Alano. Alano lost it. Flores grabs the board. Ahead to Mark Barrera. Barrera the sidestep. Leaves it to J-Boy Gob who traveled.
But what about the tap coming from Poroy Katimbuhan? That was already supposed to be An easy 2 points for Justin Alano. Great forward pass delivered to him, but Katimbuhan not giving up on the play and still tapping that ball from behind to force the turnover. Kaya lang Davao makakuha ulit yung bola dito.
Abrigo inside. No. 14 seconds remaining. Poroy. Kantimbuhan right inside the paint. No good. Another opportunity here, and Justin Alano will score.
Cherry picking on the other side, knew that he had that opportunity to get that basket, leaving his teammates behind. Chauka recognizing that.
Muntinlupa, this is not the way to finish the third. They're still up by 7, but some signs of life here for the Tigers. These are the highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate their hydration.
Defense has been better for the Davao Occidental Tigers here in the third quarter, and they've been pushing the pace, something that I was expecting from them because dito nga sila nakakakuha ng baskets instead of in the half-court set. But Muntinlupa, I think, has relaxed and has been complacent in their sets and has let Davao get back into this game.
Back inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. That's our LGR fan of the game. Brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We are back this week. Lagi na lang may laro dito sa Binyan, and
Napapadalas nga eh.
we're not complaining though.
Oh yeah, I mean, Benyan's been on a tear lately.
And ako naman, mabilis lang yung biyahe papunta
Oo.
dito.
Swabing-swabe lang yung biyahe papunta dito.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
From Manila, kaya 1.5, minsan 1 hour pa nga eh.
No, it's Raflores who misses. Ako galing Taguig, kaya 35 minutes. Raflores with a 3. 15 puntos na para kay JR Raflores. Or 17 rather, sorry about that. Then check out the scoring by quarter. Best quarter for Davao, 28 in the third.
Definitely their best scoring quarter here in this game, but they let Muntinlupa still score 21 points. But good thing they were able to outscore them by 7. So now the defense has to tighten up even further para sa kanila, prevent Muntinlupa in getting those transition baskets and try to guard the three-point line, because guys like Raflores, Domart Matiliano, they have to be wary of the capabilities of these two guys to light it up from the outside. Kurt Lohera is also a guy who can hit the occasional three.
Ang importante dito, that was the problem when they let their guard down ng Cagers in the third, because all of a sudden, may kumpiyansa na yung Davao. Kanina, they looked out of it in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think their initial goal was really to help die down yung kumpiyansa na meron ng Davao in that first half, and they were able to do that. But that third quarter, the start especially for the Tigers, that was very crucial for them in finding their footing in this game.
Valin with the offensive rebound. Terzo, jumper, yes! Don't look now, it's back to a 5-point game.
This is, once again, the closest that they have been. Oh, Raflores trying to go for the higher percentage look inside.
Turnover. That's last touch on Raflores. And Alano's rim runs have been very important here, na biglang may outlet at may option doon na ibato.
I think yun yung nagiging problema ng Muntinlupa when they have Raflores shooting those outside shots, because it's easier for Alano to now go back to the other side and receive a pass.
Comia inside, yes! Lead is down to 3.
That play has worked 2 out of 2 times for Jeff Comia here in the second half.
Kantimbuhan spins. Kantimbuhan floats and banks it in. 71-66, Terzo in the lane. Terzo crossover, drives baseline. Terzo with a reverse.
Able to sneak in there past Mark Sarangay, using the basket to prevent the shot blocking abilities of Mark Sarangay.
Flores fires a three. No good. Tumalip taps it to Comia. 1-on-4. Terzo slow to get back. Natamaan yung tuhod niya kanina. Tumalip. Tubalin. Now with Terzo. Lets it fly. Too strong. Rebound. Flores. Lohera is ahead. And Lohera will lay it in.
Not a good shot there by Joseph Terzo. It opened up the fast break opportunity for the Muntinlupa Cagers, and I think he's still hobbling here. He needs a sub.
PH. Valin inside the paint. Johnny Valin able to score again. He's into double figures. 10 points in the ball game. It's a 3-point lead for Muntinlupa. Matiliano drives baseline, and Domark, the Iceman Matiliano, scores to extend the lead back to 5. He's got 15 in the game.
Both teams with a heated exchange of baskets here at this point. The action escalating here in the fourth quarter.
Comia pulls up. No good. Rebounded by Lohera. Cantimbuhan. Out to Lohera. Flores. Oh, knocked away by Tumalip.
These guys are gassed. All 10 players on the floor.
Pagod din.
They've been playing at a frenetic pace.
Our Gixer great move of the game, born for greatness, courtesy of Domark Matiliano, who has 6 points. Domark, 2 seconds in the shot clock. No good for the Iceman. Tagala grabs the board. Quickly to Comia. Valandre Chauca is open. 3-pointer for Val. No. Lohera with a rebound, and now with Domark Matiliano. Marvin Hayes. Inside they go. Flores is fouled by TH Tumalip.
I think Valin was too slow to get back there. That's why Tumalip was forced to cover Flores inside. He had to give up that foul to prevent an easy 2 points.
Hayes, Flores, now with Ramos. Patrick finds Matiliano. The kick out to Flores. Flores with a runner, and he puts it in.
I think the original pass was intended for Marvin Hayes, kaya lang lumusot, napunta kay Flores, and he decided to put the ball on the floor, did not settle for the outside shot. This has been the problem for Muntinlupa. They have let Davao push that basketball, whether it's a make or a miss.
This is the play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
One of the best lefties who can finish with either hand here in the league, TH Tumalip.
Tumalip trying to lead this Davao comeback. Under 6 minutes remaining. 77-73. What a fight being shown here by the Davao Occidental Tigers.
And now with this 4-point lead for Muntinlupa, how long will Coach Clive keep Jeff Comia on that bench, as well as Justin Alano? Those two have been very important for Davao in this game.
This is the fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split type air conditioners. Quick hands there. Masyado palang malakas ang pasa.
The desire for Davao on defense has definitely improved. And defense is definitely all about that. Desire, energy, and effort.
Cinco with the jumper. No good.
They may have missed that shot, but Cinco, that was an open look from a range that he's familiar with. Valin doing a good job of trying to chase after that rebound. Now they have to go back on defense and try to get a stop.
Inside, nabitawan ni Lohera. Mintis ang press. There's a foul. Ibalin, tamaan sa likod.
De Leon was first to jump for that basketball. Valin was just too late in trying to grab it away from him. He's played quality minutes off the bench this afternoon for Davao. Ito si John Lee Valin.
77-73 is the count. Muntinlupa protecting this 4-point advantage halfway through this fourth quarter. Lohera up against Cinco. Kurt, jumper, good.
Nice way to redeem himself after turning the ball over on that drive to the basket earlier. He lost it on the way in. Oh,
Taken away by Matiliano. Patrick Ramos with a spin and the finish. Some energy plays here from the Cagers, courtesy of Patrick Ramos and Domark Matiliano. Ball pressure paying off. Alam nila na medyo pagod na itong Davao and they capitalize on that error.
Lohera here with that nice jumper. The defender went under the screen, allowing space for Lohera to launch. And here the effort from Domark Matiliano to come in between the passing lane, leaving it for Patrick Ramos with that good strong spin move all the way to the basket. Timeout, Davao Occidental.
Domark Matiliano finished with 22 against Parañaque, was the top scorer of that game and also ended up as the best player of that game.
And he was the only guy in double figures, but the scoring, as I mentioned earlier, the top of our coverage was well spread out for the Cagers in that game. But tonight, Domark Matiliano, not really impactful in terms of scoring the basketball.
I think he has 6 tonight. PH Tumalip against Patrick Ramos. Tumalip, 5 seconds to work with. Tumalip in trouble, finds a way. TH Tumalip.
He might have already made up his mind when that drop step was kind of stopped by the defense, but he had nobody to pass to, so he was forced to go into that shot off the glass.
21 in the game, game high, 21 points para kay TH Tumalip. A travel whistled against Marvin Hayes. And Davao trailed by as many as 20 points in this ball game. And that happened in the first half. Look at TH Tumalip just banking it that one in under duress. So
Fight back has just been impressive for Davao. But the question is, can they finish the job here? Do they have enough left in the tank?
Tumalip fires a three. It's good. Wow.
He's trying to
Tigers
put
within
this team
3.
on his back, yeah.
Lohera fires a 3 as well. No good. Abrigo with the rebound.
A very lucky break for Davao there. They were lost in the shuffle defensively. Nag-uusap sila kung kanino-kanino yung makakabantay nila. They left Kurt Lohera wide open. Thankfully for them, Lohera missed and the ball sailed out of bounds in their favor.
81-78, a chance to tie, Javi. And TH Tumalip has been tremendous para dito sa Davao.
This game is far from over.
Comia, they get it to TH against Domark. Valchauca for 3. That's short. Comia with a rebound. Comia against Raflores.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
off of Comia.
That's great defense galing kay Raflores, not allowing Comia to not only napigilan niya yung drive, napa-force niya pa yung turnover.
Standing his ground there, he remained low and was protecting that baseline side. Alam niya naman na pag dumarive ng middle si Jeff Comia, meron siya magiging help.
81-78, Puroy Kantimbuhan attacks the defense, blocked by Tumalip on the help side. Terso inside, lost in the shuffle there. Valin could not control the pass. Ramos is the trailer, and he lays it in for 2. 12 points.
Beautifully executed fast break para sa Muntinlupa there. 3-on-2.
Valchalka does not like that option. Now wants Valin. Chalka is fouled on the way to the cup. There's a whistle going against Domark at Matiliano. This is the sister game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Somebody's got to meet the ball also quickly for Davao in those instances. It's Comia at si Tumalip, medyo nagkalituhan pa doon.
Chalka nails the first free throw.
That's Mamitsi Santiago, one of the managers of Davao.
Two for 2 for Valchalka. Ganun talaga pag manager eh. Ano ka talaga, nang locked in ka rin, parang player ka rin.
Siyempre, gotta lead by example.
It's 83-80. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Important possession for both teams.
Patrick Ramos drives baseline. Chalka shuts the door. Travel.
Shauka gave him space for that drive, kind of daring him to shoot, but Ramos still forced the issue and tried to make that drive to the baseline. That is such a terrible play after the stop.
Little miscommunication there.
But they've got to put that behind them. They got to go back and play defense, just prevent this Muntinlupa squad from getting a basket here.
Flores gets the inbound, misses the layup, and it will go back to Davao.
At least there wasn't a lot of time off of that clock, that last offensive sequence, but our referees will review that last out-of-bounds play. Or already under 2 minutes here.
Minute and 55 remaining. The Cagers have seen their lead almost vanish here in this ball game.
Just when we thought that they were gonna just run over these Tigers with them being undermanned, playing under a new coach, but the Tigers showing great resolve and fight back here in the second half.
You know, I see a lot of pride in the way that Davao has played dito sa laro natin. They could have easily, let this one go. When it was getting, when they fell short in the run in that third quarter and then the lead went back to 12. Pwede na nilang laruin konti na hindi na sila masyadong magpursige, but they did ever so well here na makabalik pa dito.
This is what you want to see, the example of these veterans for the young players here in the league na hindi pwedeng basta-basta bumibigay.
Nicomia lost it. And the pass was a bit behind. Tumalip was wide open.
They've been forcing some tight situations the past couple of plays.
Four seconds on the shot clock. Comia attacking Jeff. Comia, layup won't go.
Terso could have gotten it, but he let that sail out of bounds. He thought that it was going to go out of bounds in their favor, but a Muntinlupa player got to it first.
Puroy Kantimbuhan 8 seconds to work with. Puroy drives and a finish from Puroy Kantimbuhan. And a steal here for Muntinlupa. Kantimbuhan attacks. Call against Puroy, or Alano rather.
They were playing 4-on-5. Chaka wasn't back on defense. Katimbuhan was setting it up on the left side. Flores was demanding for the basketball on the block. He wanted that ball to go to him, but Katimbuhan, knowing that he has been able to blow by multiple defenders in this game, just took matters into his own hands.
Kantimbuhan at the line. Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. $25 in the game para kay Kantimbuhan. Make that 26. 87-80. Comia is fouled. Wala pa sa penalty ang Muntinlupa. Fourth team foul.
This Cagers defense putting the clamps on the Tigers the past few possessions, trying to preserve this game para sa kanila. Active hands and really amping up the pressure.
Tumalip. PH attacks. Terso went back door. Tumalip went for the pass to the three-point line. Papuntang baseline si Terso, so turnover.
Well, the pressure of the Cagers has really been in your face. They're just not allowing any space for any guy who's handling the basketball para sa Davao.
So, an offensive foul.
But I think they're going to challenge this.
Coach Mark Landan with a challenge. We'll be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no foul.
It's Muntinlupa ball, no foul.
You see, watch that left hand of his. Davao was arguing that there was a hit on Jeff Comia, pero di naman siya tinamaan eh.
Yeah.
Tsaka medyo pababa rin yung motion nung kamay. If
Parang hindi ka na pwede mag-layup ng ganun.
Oh.
kung natawagan yun. Ramos to Marvin Hayes. It looks like Muntinlupa will hang on to this victory here. To tie Quezon at number 2. Ramos trying to beat the shot clock. Gian Abrigo. Kantimbuhan trying to prevent Abrigo from scoring. They're over the limit, Muntinlupa.
Ramos waved off Katimbuhan on that last possession.
But the shot clock was winding down as well.
Yeah. Katimbuhan was demanding for it. He was clapping for that basketball.
Well, Abrigo will miss the free throw. The Warriors of Gensan will be in action next. Nakakalaban nila ang Basilan Viva Port Masters.
That's going to be another exciting game. Actually, maganda lahat ng games natin yun.
Oo. Tumalip with the offensive rebound. Steps out to the three-point line. Bigay kay Comia. Comia will shoot the three. It's short. Flores with the board. Lohera has it, and Kurt Lohera is fouled by Abrigo.
Until the very last moment, these Tigers, no let up. Still trying to prevent Muntinlupa from scoring baskets.
But if
Abrigo still
it-
chasing him down.
But if it was me, I could have dribbled out the clock.
Yeah.
4 seconds remaining.
I think by the way that this game has shaped up, the physicality, there have been a lot of exchanges in terms of conversation between the players on the floor, and I think these guys is really trying to put the final nail in the coffin.
It's 88 to 80. Ayan. Don't get me wrong, I want to score.
Yeah.
Pero paubos na rin ang oras. So Lohera is into double figures. He's got 10 points. 89 to 80. This should be it here. Tumalip had a strong game for Davao, but it wasn't enough. Their comeback falling short here in Binyan. It's Muntinlupa winning over Davao in the South Division showdown. Huge win for Muntinlupa again here in Binyan. They won it last week against Parañaque. Now another South Division team falls to Muntinlupa, and they are now number 2 with Quezon in the South Division. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Oh, what a game from Puroy Katimbuhan. Scoring, dishing, rebounding the basketball as well. He blew by almost everybody that was in front of him. He made the defense look like playing cones on the floor.
And the Muntinlupa Cagers confirmation of their win, 89 to 80 dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. Davao with drops to another defeat here. They fall to 3-5. Muntinlupa improves to 9-2. Let's go to Lyra.
Puroy, anong nag-transpire for the second half? Because evidently in the first half, sobrang layo ng lamang nyo sa Davao. Ano yung biggest lesson take mo sa close game na ito?
Yun nga, so masyado kami nag-relax nung second half, pala namin, panalo na kami. So nakabalik yung Davao, mabuti na lang, mabait si Lord, tinulungan pa rin kami para manalo. At para makabalik pa rin sa game, so yun, naging maganda naman yung resulta.
And Puroy, in your last matchup against Parañaque, you only had 6 points, pero ngayon bawing-bawi ka talaga. And marami pa kayong bigger teams na makakalaban in the coming month. How do you plan to prepare for that?
Kailangan pa namin mag-double effort sa ensayo. Kailangan maganda kami, lalo na parating na yung mga lakas na kalaban namin. So doon talaga matitas yung team namin. Guard lang kami lagi sa team namin.
Any greetings?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord God, syempre na binigay yung panalo. Yung family ko, lagi nakasuporta, yung mama ko, yung kapatid ko, yung mga anak ko, si Brayden, second, si Kat, binabati kita, I love you. Tapos, nagpapasalamat ako sa team owners, kay Boss Kaiser and Grace Galvez, Attorney Jemsy, Boss Aya Saicon, Team Governor, Gob Ricarte Padilla, Mayor Rapi Biason, our sponsor, Lakas ng Camarines Norte, Paramount Logistic, GEMC Foundation, Perea Moto District, Augusta Ship Manning, Elberg, Hoop Spirit Gym, Tela Athletics, Tito Rex, Alvarez Family, Angeles Resort, Jam Shoes Las Piñas, tsaka nagpapa-shoutout si Boss Delon. Tsaka good luck kay side coach namin, kay Coach Gino, good luck sa exam.
Maraming salamat, Puroy Katimbuhan of the Muntinlupa Cagers. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lyra. Congratulations kay Puroy Katimbuhan. A big performance para sa kanya. 26 points to lead Muntinlupa to victory. And meanwhile, abangan nyo ang laban ng Gensan and Basilan. That's coming right up dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the MPBL. We will be right back from the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan.